Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to clean the plastic casing on a vintage Bell Colt radio.
Sorry sir, your radio is broken.
Welcome back. If you saw the last video, I picked up 3 vintage valve radios. One of them was this Bell Colt. Now this one has a plastic casing to it. What we're going to do today is remove the chassis out of this case and give this casing a good clean up. Now this was one of 3 valve radios that I recently picked up. Unfortunately this radio didn't work, although it did power up. It just has a static sound to it. Now I've had a lot of good feedback and comments actually in that last video, just giving me advice and pointers and where to look online and what videos to check out on how to fix these radios. So I'm still taking all that on board, but really appreciate those comments. In this video we're going to keep it within my abilities. We're just going to clean the case. We're not going to work on any electronics, so I still need to learn a bit more about how these work. Now we'll just take a quick look at the casing on this radio. So we'll start at the top here, and you can see a bit of yellow staining on the side here. Hopefully all that'll clean off, and we've got a slight bit of paint splatter on the top of this case, so someone's obviously been painting by it. Also got a little crack on the side here. Now once the chassis is out, we'll have a better look at this crack. There's also a crack underneath the unit as well, and we'll take a look at that after. On the side here, just a little bit of dirt's collected up, and if we move around the front to the speaker grill, we can see a lot of dust and grime in that speaker grill. And going over to the dial, there's a lot of dust and grime on that dial, and on these radio knobs as well. You can see all the dirt that's collected up on them. Just moving around to this side, and you can see there's a bit of dirt around here. Now we'll just tip this upside down and just take a look at the bottom. Okay, looking at the bottom here, you can see the crack on this bottom of the casing. Now I'm just wanting to look at that once we pull this chassis out. What I want to do is just prevent that crack from spreading down the side of the radio here. So we'll have a closer look at that once the chassis is out. These must be the 2 screws here that hold the chassis to the plastic case, and I'm guessing you undo those 2 screws and remove these radio knobs, and hopefully that chassis will just pull out. Right, we'll remove the chassis out of this casing and we'll have a look and see what we're looking at here. The first job we'll do is we'll remove these knobs off the radio. So we'll just turn these round so we can access the screw holes. Carefully pull it out. Okay, so we've got the chassis out. This gives you a bit of an idea on what it looks like. Bit of a closer look. That's the front of it, dial and speaker, and we'll just have a quick look underneath. Now I'm just going to be careful because I'm only holding this with one hand, so maybe I'll tip it up on that side of the transformer, heavy side down the bottom. Those are the components underneath. So what I'll do now is I'll just pop this into a safe place and we'll carry on with the casing. Right, so with our chassis out the way, we've got a bit more bench space here. This gives you a bit of an idea on what the case looks like inside. And you can see that crack running along the bottom there. Can't really see the crack underneath here. We've got a tin foil lining. I'm not sure if that's like a shielding or if it's part of an aerial or not. Now one thing I am going to be wary of is just putting pressure onto this crack. So you can see there it is moving a bit. Once it's cleaned up, we'll look at how we're going to rectify that. I'm tempted just to run some glue along the top here, whether it's super glue or a epoxy glue, but we'll check it out once it's cleaned up a bit. Right, so I've got my cleaning area all sorted now. So I've just got a bowl of warm water with some dishwashing detergent in it. Now I thought I might try this. This is a interior car cleaner. Okay, well, we'll make a start. We'll get this radio submerged in water. So we'll start by cleaning the inside of the radio first, I think. Okay, so this has made a huge improvement so far. We've got quite a bit of that dirt off, but we've got a bit of dirt on here just in these little crevices that I can't get out. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to get an abrasive cleaner and just try that. We'll test the spot underneath the radio first, make sure it's not going to damage the plastic. Now we're going to give this cleaner a go. This is called Jif. It's a cream cleaner. Now I'm not sure what you'd have overseas as an equivalent, but I've seen other brands like Ajax, so we'll give this a go on the radio. We'll see what it's like. So I can already see that's doing a pretty good job there, and you can see that it's removing that dirt fine. Now this is a abrasive cleaner, so that's why I'm starting on the bottom first. See what this looks like once we rinse all this Jif back off, and we'll see if it's safe to use on the top of the case. Okay, so we'll just rinse this off. Now I'm just going to dry this off. Well, that's turned out well enough. I think it's going to be safe to use on some of these crevices just on the sides of the case, and I might just try a bit in this grill area. So we'll give that a go now. And I'm just going to test a bit on the stained area up the top too, and we'll just see what happens here. Okay, so we'll finish with the cleaning process here. So I've pretty much used this Jif cleaner, this cream cleaner, and this interior car cleaner on the outside of the casing here. Looks to be okay. I'll take it inside and give it a quick rinse off, and then we'll come out and have another look at this. But that Jif cleaner doesn't appear to leave any abrasive marks on this, and we are going to polish it with Brasso later anyway, so I don't think it's a bad cleaner to use on this plastic. It's got a lot of this yellowing off as well, so that was one advantage of using this Jif cleaner. So I'll rinse this off and we'll take another look at this case. Now, taking a closer look at this case here, that Jif has worked really well. So as you can see here, all the yellowing's gone, all the staining's gone. Now, one thing I have noticed, it has lost its shine. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take some Brasso and some other polishes and just give this a bit of a polish up. But as you can see there, that's turned out really well. Right, that brings us to the end of this video. I was going to go through the polishing process on this Colt case, but I'm going to leave that for another video. Now, I found this Jif cleaner worked really well on this case, but just a reminder, if you are using a Jif cleaner or a cream cleaner, just test a bit on a spot where you're not going to see the cleaning, just in case it does leave any abrasion on the plastic casing. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.